So
how about YouTube?
We're not on YouTube, and you were live now, Mr. Lance. So whatever you say is now in the world. It is. Tanya, we're live on Facebook.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Let's see. Tanya, we're live on Facebook. Oh, that's me. That's the delay on Facebook. We have one person watching right now. So that's what's going on right now. So Tanya, what have you been doing this weekend? Been
Catching up on a lot of movies.
What movies?
Mrs. Oh, I can't think of her name. An English show, a detective show. Fisher. Mrs. Fisher, which takes place in the Roaring 20s, and it's really a good show. And watching, my favorite movies, a lot of Woody Allen movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, did you guys make any great food this weekend?
Any what?
Any great food?
Yeah, Lance made a fantastic omelet for me and him, which was fantastic. And he made some terrific chicken legs.
Really?
Yep. And asparagus.
Well, I don't really love asparagus, and I'm sure you know why.
Why?
Afterwards, when you use the bathroom, asparagus smell.
Oh, yeah. Well, he puts a lot of Parmesan on it, and you can't smell it in your urine for some reason.
That's crazy. Lance should be a chef.
Yeah, I know.
A chef. All right. Hey, everybody on Facebook. It's Mike Pingel. Of course, we have Tanya Roberts, and Tanya Roberts is live chat today on April Fools. It's not a fool today. It is real. Tanya Roberts is right there on your screen.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, please don't forget to share this on your page, on all your Facebook pages, so everybody can join in on the chat. If you have questions, you can put in here on Facebook your questions, or you can come in. There's a link above. If you want to come in with your camera on and your microphone, you can come into the chat room on Zoom with us, and I'll bring you in, and you can chat via, what is this, camera, live stream, whatever we're doing here. I'll bring you in, and you can just ask your questions live on the screen. I know, life doesn't get better, unless if we only had, like, I don't know, able to go out to a restaurant or stuff, or that coronavirus is not here anymore. But that said, we're all good.
We're all good. We're staying in place.
That's right. How's the puppies, Tanya?
Oh, they're fantastic. They're being quiet for once, so I'm not going to disturb them.
Oh, well, we should disturb them at the end so everybody can see them.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Let's see what we have. The first question is from Stephen Chip Meadows. Sorry, guys.
Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen says, hello, Tanya. Do you ever get nervous when you see someone that you like or admire?
Not nervous. I get more excited.
Do you get what?
I get excited. Not really nervous.
Like, you're so excited, and I can't just hide it. Adrienne says, hello, Tanya. I just watched the Italian production of Hearts and Armors in 1983.
Oh my God.
It was an interesting movie. I enjoyed all the Pyzantine elements, Pyzantine. Easy for me to say. Yet, do you think only a few people know of this movie? What was your experience like when shooting the film?
Well, we shot most of it in Sicily, and that was outrageous. And the food was so good, I can't tell you. And it was just a lot of fun to do. and I had to ride a horse, and I had this long red hair. And the other people in the movie, there was one other American and the rest were Italian. So I don't know when you watched it, whether they had my voice dubbed, probably.
Excellent. With that, so you were in Sicily. How long did the film film for?
We filmed for about 8 weeks.
Oh wow. You were beautiful. It was a beautifully shot film. It was an interesting. It was a beautiful shot film.
Yeah, it was, and we shot it on where all the Mount Etna had the lava fields, and so they were all black, and it looked really far out and unusual.
Awesome. Well, Pierce is in the room on Zoom. We're going to bring him in right now. Pierce, I'm going to unmic all of you. So here we go. Pierce, you're on. Do you have a camera? If you can turn your camera on the left-hand side on the bottom is your video, if you want to turn that on. You're in the room with Tanya. Do you have a question? Here we go. Bryce, are you on? Bryce? What I love about technology, Tanya, it works really well for me all the time.
Me too.
It works all the time. Let's see. I also have David in the room. I'm going to bring him in, and I have another person. I'm going to bring them into the room, and so we'll have some people on camera if it works in the world today. I have another question from John on Facebook. He says, Tanya, greetings from Greece. Any memories you'd like to share from working on Purgatory? You delivered an amazing performance in that film.
Purgatory, God. You know, it's been so long since I've seen it, but I can't remember a hell of a lot of stories to tell you about it, but it was fun to shoot. It was a good shoot, and it was a short shoot, which is unusual. It was only about 3 weeks. And we shot it right here in Los Angeles, so I didn't have to go anywhere, which was nice for a change because I traveled a lot. And I can't think of any memories that I have of it that are funny. But
I don't think it was a funny film. It wasn't a funny film.
No, it wasn't a funny film. No, but I mean things that happened that were funny off the set. Oh, yeah. But I can't think of anything in particular. That's going back a while, and my memory is a little foggy.
No problem. We have David Ross in the room. Here's
Hey, David.
Hey, David. Tanya, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
You look beautiful as always.
Oh, what a guy.
Hey. So first of all, thanks for doing this. Like, it's amazing. Like, I feel like we're all so isolated. It's great that you're doing this and really lets us like talk to somebody new.
Yeah, really. We are so isolated. It's really tough. Are you finding, well, you've got the kids too, so you're pretty scrambled over there, right?
Yeah, I'm about ready to send one to come visit you for a while.
And tell them to pipe down?
Exactly. All right, so I was gonna ask you, so what do you remember about working with Harry Langdon?
Oh God, he was fantastic. He was a great photographer, and we used a lot of different outfits, and his lighting was impeccable, really good. He did.
So I actually had dinner. I had dinner with him once.
Oh yeah.
Who was the lady who played Catwoman, Mike? Who was one of the actresses that played?
Oh, I can see her face. I cannot remember her name.
Okay, I can't think of her name either, but we had dinner at her house one night and Harry was there and I sat next to him at dinner and he told me that of all the women he photographed, you were the most beautiful woman he ever photographed.
Oh, that's hard to believe. I think he was being really nice. But he was a pleasure to work with, just
Yeah.
really not uptight, real laid back. And his lighting, like I said, was impeccable. He did beautiful shots, some of my
Yeah.
favorite shots he took.
He said he remembers Barry playing the bongos while you were getting your photos taken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The congas,
Oh, gotcha.
the big tall ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah?
Very funny.
Right. Thank you, David, for the question, and thank you.
All right.
Stay safe.
Admin, I'm going to bring you in to, let's see what we can do here. Unmute. And if you have your camera, please put your camera on. Do you have a question for Tanya? I guess then we're going to go back to Facebook, Tanya. Thomas says, hi, Tanya. Ever think about doing a reunion with Cheryl and Jacqueline? We need to see some angels again.
Yeah, well, I don't think Jacqueline would want to do it, or Cheryl. I was the 5th year, so I might be coerced into doing it, but I don't think they would. They're both, you know, it was a long time ago.
Excellent. We have Stephen ask, why did you change your name from Victoria to Tanya?
Why did I change my name?
Yes.
I changed it when I was really, really young, and that was from a James Bond movie, and I loved the name so much, I said, that's the name for me, and so I changed it.
Nice. Joe says, greetings from the Jersey Shore. And Jeffrey asks, would you like to see a Julie Rogers action figure?
He's asking, would I like to? I would have loved to, but unfortunately it was the last season, and so they didn't give me a chance to do one. But yeah, I would have loved it, or to be on a lunchbox. Those
Right?
are always fun things.
Let's see. Wendy says, I would love to see your puppies. Adrian says, love from New Zealand. Want to blow you a kiss. Keep safe.
Keep safe.
Keep safe. Keep social distancing and stay in. What Sean asks, what's your funniest and sweetest fan encounter?
My funniest and sweetest what?
Fan encounter.
Fan ever?
Fan encounter, yeah. Ever fan, yes.
I'm not getting you.
Like, when did you meet me? Was that the most fabulous time? Your best fan ever?
Oh yeah, it was Mike Pingel, without a doubt. And that was 20 years ago or something like that.
Oh Lord, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was my best fan.
Mm. I knew it. I knew it. We have Bill in the room here on Zoom. Bill, if you have your camera, please turn it on. Do you have a question for Tanya?
How do I? Oh.
Oh, there you are. You're coming in, Bill. It's happening. We can hear you.
Can you see me?
I cannot see you, but it's okay. Do you have a question for Tanya?
No, just overall, just saying I really enjoyed her work, and I really enjoyed that James Bond film she was in.
Oh, thank you. That was a great film for me to do. We shot all over the world and had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I live up in the Bay Area, so it was fun to see all of the different filming places. I think you did some of it in the San Francisco, and when you tour City Hall, they actually point out the film there.
They what?
On Zoom. Yeah, and it's cool to sort of hear that with a tour guide saying that it was filmed there, and they sort of said that was one of the big films that they're proud of.
Oh yeah, we shot there, and boy, that staircase was a bitch, man. I had to walk down all those stairs in high heels, not holding on to anything, and I'm a little bit of a I don't walk down stairs with no railings to hold on to with high heels very easily. So it was tough for me, believe it or not, that was tough for me. But the best part I had was when we shot in San Francisco and we had the fire engine shot where I was driving the fire engine, and that was a lot of fun. That was really great fun to do.
Cool. Well,
It's a
thank you
great
very
film
much.
to work on all together.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
And Adrian, I have you in.
Oh shit. Hello.
Adrian, are you in?
Yep, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you have a camera? You can turn your camera on in the bottom left-hand side of your screen.
Shh.
Is that your puppy, Tanya?
I know. You see a tail wagging. Hi.
And now your Bill, your microphone's turned off. You turn your microphone off for some reason there. There you go. What's your question for Tanya?
You already talked to me. We were talking about James Bond. I think was Adrian's question.
Oh, it's Adrian. Adrian hasn't come in. Oh, well, it's good to see you. See, Tanya?
Yes.
It's good to see you.
So are you in San Francisco?
No.
I'm in Petaluma, which is about 20 miles from the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's about 10 miles from Napa.
Oh, what a beautiful location.
Yeah, it's really pretty where we are. There's lots of mountains and blue skies, and we're not that far from Bodega Bay, so at least we have places that we can go walk, local to.
You're
to be able
still
to get
going out?
Huh?
You're still going out?
I'm walking around our blocks.
No, I mean, since they told us not to go out.
We're just walking around our neighborhood or our home.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But at least we can sights. If we walk outside around our yard, we can at least see the mountains and stuff, which is nice. But yeah,
Yeah, oh, it's gorgeous there. I have views all around my house too, which makes it really nice. I don't feel so claustrophobic being here.
yeah, and it's hard because you can't drive, you can't really do anything other than just walk around your yard. So, at least where we are, it's a beautiful view.
That's great. Same with us. That really helps.
That's great.
Because being tied down in a house, not being able to go anywhere or see your friends or anything is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very hard.
Thank you, Bill. It's nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
Stay safe.
You too.
So Tanya, we're going to do another question from Facebook. Kurt said, hello, I love you. Hello, I love you. If Charlie's Angels continued for another year, but without Jacqueline or Cheryl, what actors would you have wanted to join as an angel?
Oh, that's a really good question. God, I guess I would have liked to have Farrah back because she was still around, working, trying. She actually did a couple of episodes the year before I came. And who else? And Kate Jackson back. To tell you the truth, they were the perfect trio when they began, Jacqueline, Farrah, and Kate. And so I would have liked to have her back too.
It would have been fun if they rotated back in the old Angels. It would have been fun. Let's see, what else do we have? Jonathan says, you're the most beautiful angel ever.
Oh, what a guy.
Vincent says, tell us about your audition for Zuma Beach and your experiences with Suzanne Summers.
Oh, okay. The funny thing is, it was the first and last time I ever had to do an interview in a bikini. They actually asked us to come in to see what our bodies looked like because we were going to be on the beach. And she was fantastic. She was really great. I had a scene with her in the bathroom. And she was terrific to work with, a really nice lady. And considering she was so successful, she was really down to earth.
Excellent, excellent. We have Stephen in the room with you now. Steven,
Hey.
good. Say hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Terrific. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I can't believe I'm talking to you. I grew up and I loved Sheena. It was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Really? I loved
Loved it.
making it.
My question is like, so when you went into the movie, did you have expectations for it? Were you just excited to be starring in a movie, or what was your thought
Oh.
process when you?
Yeah, I was really excited because I'm an animal fanatic, and we brought over all our own animals. We brought the white rhino over, we brought the elephant over, we brought tigers and leopards and chimpanzees that had all been trained at this training facility in California. And it was amazing. And then I got to meet people from the Maasai warrior warriors, and they're women I never saw, but the men were out all with copper all over their hair, red from the copper ground, and they were amazing. They were amazing to look at, and amazing, just so different from anything I had ever seen before. It was like I was like the biggest tourist. You know what I mean? I was like a tourist. It was so much new things, and Africa was so beautiful, and working with the animals was so great. They were just really well trained, and I wasn't scared at all. So that was really helpful.
Did you have a lot of training to work with the animals beforehand?
No, but I met some of them beforehand, but no, I didn't. I never even got, as a matter of fact, I was the first person who ever rode that elephant. They didn't
Wow.
tell Columbia Pictures that they were going to have me ride it, and they didn't know what the elephant was going to do when I rode it. So nobody told me until after the fact. But I got to work with him, and I got to meet the leopards, but they're very, they're wild, even though they're trained. They're pretty wild. You taking your life in your hands if you're not working with them with the trainer, you know what I mean?
Before you sign up for a movie, do you know you're working with that many animals, or those types of animals?
I know. Well, I knew in this case that I was,
You
because
did.
I knew what Sheena, Queen of the Jungle was about.
Right.
So sure, I knew there were going to be a lot of animals, but I love animals, and so for me it
Same.
was no problem.
Great. Thanks, Steven.
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Stay safe.
You too.
We're going to do another wonderful question from Facebook. Charles asked, hello, Miss Roberts. You said that doing Playboy was the scariest thing you've ever did. Please elaborate on your experience.
What was the what?
Playboy.
Oh, how
Playboy.
was it to do?
Yeah, and elaborate why.
The
Why was it
scariest
scary?
thing I ever did. I mean, being naked is scary as can be, for starters. And then I had the trainer there and the photographers, and then I had to work with the lion, and I think I worked with the lion and the tiger, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they were trained at the same place that the animals that I ended up working with Sheena were from. And but just being naked really spooked me more than the wild animals. It was scary and intimidating, you know.
Exactly. Let's see. How Jeffrey Barr asks, how was it working with Tom Jones in Pleasure Cove? Easy for me to say. Pleasure Cove.
Yeah,
South
Pleasure
Pleasure
Cove.
How
I
was it?
didn't get much time to spend with him, but I was a fan of his. I liked his stuff. I liked his charisma on stage. And he was a pleasure. He was, very easy to work with. It's funny because the more professional and the more successful you are, the more professional you become. Really, I've never had a bad experience working with an actor, especially a high caliber one, or a singer for that matter.
Yeah. Let's see. think we've had to have Jeffrey in. I'm going to try to pull Jeffrey into the room. Let's see. Caroline says, hello, Tanya, sending love from Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. Hi.
Have you ever been there?
I haven't been there, but my sister lives in Pau Salo, Brazil. So it's pretty close. But yeah, hi, how are you doing? And I hope you're staying safe.
Nice. David Joseph asked, hi, Tanya, I still have the Us magazine with you on the cover when you won the role. Really liked your character a lot. Hope all is well.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so sweet of you to say. Thank you, and stay safe.
And those of you out there, Stephen asked if there's a password for the Zoom. There is not a password. That just hit the link and that should open up the Zoom for you. And we're bringing in the room. Just hold your horses. That gets to you. Kiko asked, Tanya, do you think that life after Corona is going to change?
God, you know, I ask myself that all the time too, because it's such a insane situation. We've never had a pandemic in this country. I mean, people, they expect maybe 200,000 people might pass away. And so that's as bad as a war, you know what I mean? And I just think that we're gonna love each other a lot more and be there for each other a lot more. This is a really hard time for everybody. And, you know, I think that we've all learned a little humility, just the fact that we have to stay home and we have rules to follow. And I have to clean my own house, for example. My housekeeper, who normally comes once a week, can't come now because we're quarantined. So that's different. But I think it's going to bring us all closer together. I really do. I really do. And I think it'll help bring the Democrats and Republicans together, I'm hoping.
David West from Facebook says, hi from London.
Hi.
You're getting people all around the world, Tanya. Everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm just reading through these. Jamie Summers says, that's a great name. Hi, Tanya, sending lots of love from the UK. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Yes. Kurt Nelson says, it's Kurt again. What was Robert Urich like working with on Vegas?
With who?
Robert Urich.
Oh, Robert Urich was terrific. He was another star that was really easy to work with. We drove back with him in his car, as a matter of fact, Michelle Phillips and I, and he was just the sweetest guy, very nice, very, you know, unassuming, just not like no star attitude, and really good to work with, a really good actor. That was a fun show to do.
Nice. Wendy Harlington asks, what's your favorite memory from Charlie's Angels?
My favorite memory is really, if I gotta say it, it might sound a little weird, but it's the day that we got mooned by David. By David. And all you saw was a picture of us and all our mouths were wide open. We were in shock, wide open and laughing. It was great. That was the most fun I think I ever had on that set. But lots of things were fun about it.
Let's see. Erica asked, what's the update on the Sheena remake?
You know, I don't know. I went over to their production house with my manager and we talked about it, and then finding a, you know, putting me in it in some way, shape or form. And then the whole thing got shelved. And now who knows when productions are going to go back up. You know, everything's shut down right now. So I don't have anything I can say about that, except I'm as much in the dark as anyone else.
No. Tony says, Tanya, thank you for doing another live chat. You are helping us pass the time staying home and remembering happy and more innocent times watching Charlie's Angels. You are
Yeah,
really—
you're welcome. You're so welcome. I do too. When I do these chats, I feel not so alone. I feel connected. And that's a great feeling because it's so disconnected, everything right now. So you're very welcome.
Stephanie has a question on Facebook. My husband and I recently watched Almost Pregnant and loved it. Was it a barrel of laughs working with Jeff Conway and Dom DeLuise?
Yes, it was a barrel of laughs. Jeff Conway was funny and Dom DeLuise was off the walls. He was really hilarious. But they were both great to work with. And it was just a lot of fun, the whole doctor's office scene when they told him to wear ice in his underwear. So that would keep things cool so he could have a baby. We were trying to have a baby. And it was just a lot of fun. And I have some good memories from that.
Nice. Rick says, greetings from San Francisco. Tanya, I really enjoyed your work through the years. Take care of yourself and be safe out there.
Hey, you too, be safe.
David Ross has another question. Were you really scuba diving on Angels on the Deep?
I really was. And that got me into scuba diving in real life. Yeah, what they did is they just pushed us under. They basically showed us how to breathe, but they couldn't give us lessons right there. There wasn't time. So they just held us down, pushed our heads under and held us down and made us breathe, you know. And we did it, and we popped up just when we should have, and that was, and then I got into scuba diving on other parts of the island, Hana Bay, and I really grew to love it. So many beautiful tropical fish.
Wow. James, I don't know how to pronounce your first name. I'm sorry, James. Is there a book you are reading and you love to see brought to the big screen?
And love to see?
I love to see it as a movie.
At the moment, I'm not reading anything. I'm reading magazine articles and things like that. I'm not reading a book right now. But yeah, I mean, that's a good question.
Is there something that you've seen that you loved? Is there a new Netflix, something that you've been watching?
Yeah, I've been watching Mrs. Fisher, which is an English production show. And it's about the Roaring '20s, and she plays a detective like Poirot, like Agatha Christie's Poirot. And it's really well written and really, really beautifully shot. And when you think that all those old buildings are actually there and they're real, 500-year-old buildings, it's amazing. And they have also the best cars I've ever seen. All the cars in that show are pristine, perfect 1920 cars. It's just great. It's a great show. So I'm indulging in that a lot. And Hunters, I like Hunters a lot too, but it's getting a little depressing at this point.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I have to take a little time off because it's a very heavy subject about the Nazis and, you know, World War II. And so it's tough. But Al Pacino's off the walls and great. And the kid who plays the lead, I can't think of his name, but he's great too. And so I'm really enjoying it. I just took a little break for a while.
Oh, good. Stephen asks, did you ever audition for any of the primetime TV soaps such as Dallas, Knots Landing, or Dynasty?
No, never did. Never did. I came out and did a movie called California Dreaming. And then I got right on to Charlie's Angels, that I auditioned for.
And then right after that, you went to do movies, so you didn't.
And then after that, I went to Mike Hammer, the Mike Hammer show with Stacy Keach. And then I had a choice to continue with the show, which probably would have been a 5-year engagement because shows usually run 5 years, which that one did or more. and or choose to work on Sheena. And I had never been to Africa, and I love animals so much, and I just couldn't resist it. So I said, I'm taking Sheena, and off I flew.
Off you flew.
Yeah.
We have Adrienne in the house.
Adrian.
Yes,
Oh, hi, it's actually working. Ah, thank God.
there you are.
Yeah,
How are
these
you?
are tricky for me too.
How are you anyway? How are you keeping?
How am I doing?
Yes.
I'm doing okay. I mean, it's really, really strange. I'm sure you're feeling the same way. I haven't been out of the house in 3 weeks. I literally haven't been out of the house. I let my dogs run around my yard, and I have a big, lots of space for them to run around in. And aside from my own backyard and my own front yard, I haven't been going out anywhere. I'm really taking it seriously. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, we've only been locked down in here in New Zealand for a week now, so I'm sort of stuck in the house with my wife, my teenage son, and my daughter as well. So we're all trying to get along nicely without arguing.
That can be tough, but it'll bring you really closer together. I gotta say one thing, this is a situation that'll bring everybody closer, families, and I think people who you meet, I think you'll treat them a little nicer or better, not be so rushed, and, be kinder to others. I think that's one lesson that I've learned from this.
Be kind, yeah. Now, if I can ask you just one question, well, not really a question, but I just would like to hear some sort of just a small story from when you worked on the Beastmaster with Mark. Just anything, any good memories. Just it's one of my favorite films of all time, and has been for a long time. So yeah, anything that you could sort of tell us about that film that you enjoyed.
Sure. Okay. One of the good things was one of the great things was when they landed us in a helicopter on top of the rock at the end, and the helicopter went around and around and around us. And that was a little scary, but that was a lot of, after it was all over, it was a lot of fun. During the shot, I was a little scared. But another story is that the tiger, who was painted black, with dye that wouldn't hurt anyone or any animal, and that was he kept stepping on my foot. He kept stepping on my foot every time and this big, huge 200-pound tiger kept stepping on my foot. So that was a funny story. And other than that, I worked out with Mark once, and oh my God, was he in good shape? He was so fantastic. His body was, and I just saw him recently, and he looks the same. I mean, his body's still really, six-pack and everything. I could tell through his t-shirt.
Oh, that's fantastic. That really is. Yeah, it was a great movie, and I just wanted to say, thanks for for doing a wonderful job on it.
You're so welcome. Thank you for saying that, and stay safe.
Thank you so much. You stay safe as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
All right, so we're gonna go back to Facebook with another question. Jake Jose asks, how was it working with Jacqueline Smith?
Joe?
Yeah, Joe asked how was it working with Jacqueline?
Okay, yeah, I got that. She was great. She was as sweet as can be, as nice as can be, just terrific. She was really, they both welcomed me with open arms when I came to the set. And, they could have been a little more cool toward me, but they weren't. They really embraced me and made me feel at home and good. So that was a great experience. And Jacqueline, as I said, was generous and sweet and beautiful and everything you could expect she'd be.
Awesome. Stephanie asks, did you ever turn down a film or television role that you regretted later?
I can't think of one that I did turn down. I'm trying to think. No, most of the things that were offered to me, I liked and I wanted to do. So I don't think I turned down anything, but I may have, I just can't remember.
That's life.
That's life. That's my life.
You chose wonderful things to do. All right, I think we're done.
We're done?
We're done for our chat today, everybody. Thank you for, let me see if anybody else is in the chat room that we haven't talked to. We've seen, I think we did Jeffrey, we see Stephen and Bill. I think we talked to everybody that was in there. I think we did. I was having a bit of problem bringing people in, but let's see if there's any other questions. What are your plans for tonight, Tanya?
My plans for tonight are to stay in, obviously, and I'm hoping that my boyfriend, Lance, makes something delicious for us to eat. I think we still have chicken legs left, and we're waiting for a shipment of groceries because we're both too scared to go down to the store. Because you told me earlier today how packed it was going to Ralph's.
It was packed at Ralph's. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance. So the delivered and then spray down everything.
Yes, that's what I did after Ralph's. I ran home, jumped in the shower, and I sprayed myself down. I was like,
yeah, that's
there are
the
way too many
way to go.
Way too many people out. Let's see if we can do one more question, and then oh, Adrian says I'm trying to turn my camera on, but I already did that. Thank you. I'm just looking at other things. People kept asking, have you seen the new Charlie's Angels movie? I don't know if we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, I saw not the new movie. I saw the first two movies, which were really good. I mean, they were really good. They took it to a whole other level. They were terrific. I liked them a lot. Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore really did a good job.
Crap. Excellent. One last thing. Sean said something really nice. I'm going to say it. Sean said, thank you for being a role model for so many kids.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
So Tanya, it was fantastic.
Great.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. It will be live on Facebook all the time. So not live on Facebook, it'll be replaying. We will be back here next Wednesday. We're going to do this every Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So get more questions, get your camera working, jump in and chat with Tanya live in the world wide web. And I guess that's it. Be safe out there.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Yeah, stay safe, be inside.
Stay safe for sure. Stay inside if you possibly can.
Oh, get the puppies. Get one of the puppies. One of your babies.
Oh, the puppies. I don't know if I can get them. Come here, son.
Socks.
Let me get a little further back.
Yeah.
There's one. All you can see is his long, shaggy hair. And where'd Socks go? Socks, come here.
Let's get over here.
Oh, he's jealous. He wants to be the only one on film. He's hogging the camera.
Well, next time we should do it on the bed, and so you can have the doggies with you. Or on the couch or on the sofa. So they all can enjoy your little babies. All right, Tanya, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time.
Thanks. You stay safe too, Mike, and stay in your house as much as you can.
Yes, I don't leave except for my walk, and if I need, if I need more Jack Daniels. My new thing, we're sponsored by Jack Daniels, which we're not. Jack Daniels Tennessee Fire. It's cinnamony. I have it on ice all the time now. I think coming out of this coronavirus, I'm going to be an alcoholic, maybe. Who knows? Hopefully not. I mean, you gotta do some hobbies while you're in
You
quarantine.
gotta find some new hobbies while you're at home.
Right.
No, Muttley. Off the table.
Utley. Oh, I miss your puppies.
Oh, they miss you. He loves jumping on you.
I know. I know. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
We will see you next Wednesday. Please be safe out there. Call your family, your friends. Watch out for your neighbors. Watch out
And
for
you
yourself
too.
most of all.
Same to you. Be
Yes.
careful.
All right. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
You did a very good job, honey.
Thanks.